Hello there, and thank you for clicking on this video. As you can see by title, we're going to talk about what's next for Star Wars. Two new movies. The one is titled The Mandalorian and Grogu, and I couldn't be more not excited. The other one is some Rey movie. Why? Nobody knows. Nobody can figure it out why the freak they're making a Rey movie, nor we can make sense of why are they making a movie about the Mandalorian and Grogu. Uh, the Mandalorian and Grogu story ended with Luke Skywalker. Now, you could have, made a show about Luke Skywalker, assembling his Jedi team, teaching the younglings, Grogu to be the first one of them, right? You could have done good things with that, but no, he got shipped back in the Boba Fett show. This makes no sense. And then people sometimes defend like the Boba Fett show as like, no, it was great. Bro, they wrote it in 5 seconds. They wrote in 5 seconds. They filmed it in 2 seconds. They put some storyline from the Mandalorian in it. And yeah, you have a show. No, you don't have a show. Everything Disney makes, everything Disney Star Wars makes, it's just so stupid. And I mean, the fact that in the Mandalorian season 3 you got Lizo, Lizard, whatever her name is, uh, yeah, come on, like, why? This is just my mind cannot comprehend the stupidness of Disney Star Wars. So in this video, we're gonna basically talk about what's next for Star Wars, and let's see what the Mandalorian Grogu is all about. As I said, Grogu's story ended with him going to Luke Skywalker, and then the Mandalorian. He you can do the Mandalorian show on his own. Like, you don't need Grogu. Yes, Grogu is selling toys, but even this is dying down. It's not the hype that it used to be. Because it's getting old. You need to reinvent, you need to develop characters. You cannot just have them like that, because if it's The Simpsons, fine, you can have the same character over again. It's a total different thing. But this is an episodic thing. It's going like it develops the story, it moves the story further in the whole galaxy. So you cannot have the same old, more or less. And I think that if season 3 of The Mandalorian was just one actor, this one character, be badass, do badass things, go on hunts, whatever, go on journeys, even save Mandalore on his freaking own, not having him saved by Bo-Katan every 5 seconds as if she's something better, like, or at least have them work together and not have the Mandalorian be the damsel in distress. Like, this is really disgusting. I don't understand how people can even like this and can even defend it. I mean, you're free to like whatever you want, but it's just my mind cannot comprehend it. What is there to like in Mandalorian season 3? And like it's the same with the Book of Boba Fett or the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. It's disgusting. So let's go through this article real quick. Let's see if there is something new. So it was published on the 9th of June. There is literally no update since then. Just the fact that what was it? That it's gonna release next year. Okay, I guess. So this is gonna be directed by Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni is gonna produce the movie. So yeah, the prospect of bringing the Mandalorian and his apprentice Grogu to the big screen is extremely exciting. I mean, it would have been exciting like years ago. Now at this point, you want to retcon every second of the show. Like, what's going on? Furthermore, the Star Wars team shared that the Mandalorian Grogu will lead Lucasfilm ongoing's future development slate, including films helmed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, James Mangold, and Dave Filoni. As a reminder, Filoni's team looks to close out the interconnected stories told in The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and the other New Republic-focused Disney series. The film clearly will also play a giant part in the Avengers sounding movie. So this is not gonna be everything. It's this movie, The Mandalorian Grogu, is not gonna be that movie. So Filoni has his own movie, And I mean, you know, the fact that they started doing shows and movies and started connecting them just like Marvel did, I think is so stupid. You know, because not many people are gonna watch the shows; they're just gonna watch the movie, and a lot of people are gonna watch, you know, just the shows and maybe not the movie because like it's getting too much. Like it's getting way too complicated. It's just stupid. So James Mango is taking things even further back, I don't know, back in time, with focus on the dawning of the Force, while Sharmini Tabai, a movie with Stardust Relashi, builds a new Jedi Order. Exciting times. So I guess this is everything about Grogu. About the Grogu movie. Yeah, there is basically nothing. I guess it's gonna just continue where season 3 ended, back at square one. I don't even know what to say. And here you also have everything that is gonna be released in the next few years from Lucasfilm. So let's take a look, and then we're gonna talk about the acolyte, because yeah, I have words. I have things to say. Skeleton Crew. I don't like. We have literally no information about this. So yeah, the show takes place during the post Return of the Jedi reconstruction that follows the fall of the Empire, the same as The Mandalorian. A casting notice has called for 4 children around 11 to 12. Inside Lucasfilm, the show is being described as a galactic version of classic Amblin coming of age adventure films of the 80s. We literally have zero information about this. If it ever comes out, maybe I check one episode, but it sounds like it's something for kids, which is fine. Exactly, the acolyte. We will talk about this later, but it's apparently gonna release this year, and I do have thoughts about that. Bad Batch. I would definitely watch that, but I kind of forgot about it. I mean, I yeah, it's not as memorable. It's a good show. I think the Bad Batch is a decent show. I enjoy it, but at this point, yeah, if it had released years ago, it would have been great. Now it's like, yeah, at this point, I don't really care. Tales of the Jedi. So there is no information if this is gonna release. Um, I think Tales of the Jedi was great, but the same as Bad Batch. Like, great, we have it. It's good to look at. But the damage that the sequels did and that they continued, that Lucasfilm and Disney continued to do to Star Wars and Lucasfilm, and like everything is, yeah, it's gotten unbearable. So under season 2, apparently this is coming out as well. I didn't even know that they got a season 2, but apparently we got an update and that filming is done and it's gonna be released soon or maybe next year. And apparently this is the final season of Andor, which is sad. I really think it's a decent show, and they could have gone for, I guess, a bit more seasons, like 3 or 4, like 5 even, because the stories. I mean, you can tell. You can also tell like side stories because I guess this is a show that's more like it's not about the end, it's not about the goal, it's about the journey, because we know how this ends. So it's just fun to see the journey to reach that goal, the final thing. So I think you can even make like side quests and stuff, because you can really do a lot with this. So yeah, Ahsoka season 2 is in development. There is no release window yet, though the series will likely won't return before late 2025 at the soonest. This is insane. I don't understand why shows started having this like 2-3 years periods of nothing. I I don't know what happened. Taika Waititi, I guess. I have no idea what's going on here. James Mangold. Is this really going? Little is known about the movie other than It's set roughly 25 years before the other films and will be biblical in scope. It sounds good, but yeah, probably come out in 5 years, which is not a bad thing, to be honest. Dave Filoni, Mando first New Republic movie in development. Dave Filoni will make the jump from Star Wars shows to the big screen. Filoni is directing a movie set after the events of Return of the Jedi. The film is set to tie together shows like The Mandalorian, Book of and Ahsoka. Uh, I, I mean, I don't see how things are connected. I don't. I don't. I don't know. This is gonna be like some sort of Avengers. I mean, yeah, they did say some sort of Avengers team up, assemble cast thing. But to be honest, I just want to see the Mandalorian doing his things. Like it's the Mandalorian is like an action character. I mean, you have you have Reacher, right? You have other action stories that you don't need to have the deepest story. You just need to have show people some fun time, and you can have that in the Mandalorian. I think he's a good decent character, and you can build so much on him, and you can just have him do fun stuff. You can have him be a mercenary or whatever, the new sheriff in town. I mean, it's a galaxy full of possibilities, but no, he's gonna be probably the seventh side character in this movie because he's a male. This movie apparently, I don't understand. I mean, the director is some documentary director that hates men. So I get that's enough to get you to direct a Star Wars movie. So it will focus on Rey's efforts to rebuild the Jedi. 15 years after the final battle with Emperor Palpatine, is expected that the other actors from the sequel trilogy will also return. Uh, yeah, I doubt that, but okay. Uh, yeah, I mean, Daisy Ridley's films kind of flopped. So I understand, like, if they invite her back, she's gonna be like, right, yeah, I don't care, give me the money. I understand that. But the fact that they even came up with the idea, it's insane to me. I mean, I get it. There is a thing to push, females and everything, but I'm tired. I am just tired. I don't want to see Ray or anyone, or then interviews coming out like, yeah, the Star Wars is too patriarchal, and we're gonna talk about this when I talk about the acolytes. So this is a movie. I don't care. Star Wars. Oh, this we don't know anything about this. Uh, yeah, this we see like here. Mandalorian season 4 probably not happening. The Book of Boba Fett season 2 probably not happening. Lando never heard anything about it. But however, eventually departed the project with Glover and his brother taking over as writers, and the fall 2000 Lando is now expected to take shape as a movie rather than a show. It can be fun. Like, this can be fun, but it probably won't. But it can be fun. Yeah, this is the Gina Carano show. Well, apparently, maybe she got asked if I heard that on the internet. Apparently, she got asked if she dropped the lawsuit. Go girl. If she would go back to like, if she dropped the lawsuit, then we're gonna have you back. She's like, F no. As you should. Why would you go on a sinking ship? You're literally one of the number one stars worldwide, or at least in the West. So why would you go on a sinking ship? Don't. What? Another new Star Wars movie was reportedly in the work, but at one point, it's unclear whether this new Star Wars film would be a theatrical release. What is this? I have no idea what this is. Ryan Johnson, Kevin Feige. I don't know about those guys. That yeah, we are about to see. Most of them probably canceled. So yeah, don't get your hopes up. about anything, because even if it gets released, it's probably gonna be bad because that's Disney Star Wars. And I also want to dedicate the last 5 or 10 minutes to the Acolyte. I don't think I have spoken about the Acolyte yet. I recently saw the leaked teaser trailer. If you go on Reddit somewhere, you can find it. And the teaser trailer did not look bad. But there are a lot of things that I noticed. Obviously, you have like almost zero men. Most of them are girls, which again, stop it. Give this, give Star Wars its balls back. Give the male energy back. I'm really tired of snarky women thinking they're better than everyone and just looking at it from above, because every woman that they write nowadays in Hollywood, like Star Wars or Marvel, DC, whatever, she's a snarky as B word that just looks down on you, thinks she's better, has no feelings whatsoever. Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. I mean, there's nothing to them, and God forbid, she looks good. Like every woman nowadays in those shows, just they make them kind of ugly. Even if the actress is, pretty, they make her ugly. They dress her up in like these ugly things. Like, I'm not saying like walk half naked, I don't want that, but just make them desirable to look at. It's even for me, that's why Anyone But You, that's a whole different thing, I know, but Anyone But You have two hot actors. I'm not just saying, make the women hot, make the men as well hot, because in Marvel, in the last few movies, you have men taking off their shirts, being half naked. But God forbid Natalie Portman looks good. She's a very beautiful woman, but she looks like most of the time like, like some like uh, what was the word? But anyway, she just looks bad, or she just looks common. I don't know. She doesn't. That's not important. She's a pretty girl, a woman, whatever. So yeah, just have men and women work together, be together. You look good together. That's why Anyone But You is successful, because you have two hot actors being hot and not dressing them in like potato sacks. This is, what sales, and what it makes you watch things, because you look at pretty people, you look at pretty venues, landscapes. Anyone But You, great setting, everything looked amazing. It's about everything. Everything needs to look great. Like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show looks awful. Like the visual effects, the settings, everything looks cheap, awful. uh, why did you make the show? Boba Fett looks awful. So I'm just saying, like, make things look good again. So, The Acolyte. The Acolyte is a highly anticipated Star Wars series set to release on Disney Plus, taking place 50 years before The Phantom Menace. The series follows a former Jedi Padawan and her one-time master as they investigate sinister crimes in an ever-changing galaxy, challenging the fallibility, I don't know how to pronounce that word, of the Jedi Order. Exciting. I have no. Oh, exciting is the inclusion of Vernestra Raw, a fan favorite character from the High Republic books. Oh my God, they were bestsellers. Nobody. I mean, people read them. Some people. I know one person that read them, but that person, I just woke. Just he is the epitome of 2024 person. So this how it is. Let's see if there's something interesting to look at here. Yeah, this is gonna be more of a ensemble cast. I think, the actor from Squid Game, he's a good actor. I think that probably most of them are good actors. But there are just things that rub me the wrong way. Um, so let's talk about. I guess this girl is gonna be there. Why she's exciting, I don't know. but let's take a look. Why? The inclusion of Vernestra is an exciting one, not just because of the connection to the books, but because of what such an inclusion might spell for fans of both the books and the character in her one-page and on-screen incarnations, Headland to Collider, blah blah. The series would not be kind to the Jedi and would call the fallibility of the institution into question with all the struggle Vernestra has already been through, and though she still has to face their prolific characters, better still stuck on the perfection of the Jedi Order from the inside. Also, I mean, I know the Jedi Order is a very flawed organization. I mean, they were just their egos were just too big to see what's happening for real. But I don't agree with portraying them in a way that is just gonna be like, oh, they were the bad guys all along, or they don't know what they're doing, or that they're just gonna slander them. They're gonna make them because now when you look at the Jedi, or at least for me, the Jedi Council, you see this bigger than life, a Jedi that are wise and old and experienced and look up to them. But I think this is just gonna change, or is gonna try to change this. It's gonna make you look at them as, oh, these guys who effed up everything. Yeah. So I don't really. Yeah. This is not gonna be great because it's probably gonna do what I just said. And also because you have a lot of you have this archive of articles from Bounding into Comics, that um, talk about, everything, but especially about the acolyte. You have them. Where is it? Where is it? Um, Yeah, for example, you have this quote. The acolyte Charlie Barnett absurdly claims he never believed he could play a Jedi because I was not reflected for so many times throughout these films in the past. I think this notion that you have to see yourself in someone, like someone has to look and behave exactly like you so you can see yourself in that person. I think that's insane. And I also don't understand why you have to see yourself everywhere. uh, you know uh, for example, I always thought, let's say, the Equalizer, right? The first movie came out, it was awesome. Denzel Washington is nothing like me. Like, we couldn't be more different, but I just want to be as badass as him. He's so cool. I look up to him. Let's have him, fight for justice. This is the way. And stuff like that, for example, right? We're we're so different, like me and Denzel Washington. So I don't understand why you wouldn't believe in yourself just because you don't see someone look like you here. So to see such a diverse group played out now, I know there's gonna be a healthy reflection on so many other young people and old people. No ageism allowed in this. In Star Wars, we can all fit. I think it's going to be really impactful. It's gonna be a cool moment for me, I can tell you that. Yeah, I don't think I could have ever imagined myself as a Jedi. Yes, one, because I was not reflected for so many times throughout these films in the past, but it was also something that I didn't equate in my mind. I don't know about you guys as well. The thing is, Jedi don't really exist. So, yeah, it's stupid. It's just stupid. I don't even know how to counter this. I mean, you couldn't have imagined yourself as a Jedi, so you never thought when you were like a kid or something, oh, I have the Force, and pretending to be a Jedi and everything because you didn't see someone that looks like you. Like, this is just so stupid. I I don't I don't know what to say about this because Star Wars has always been super, um what I need to also open this. But I mean, Star Wars has always been diverse. You always had a lot of people of a lot of, you know, um, colors and whatever in it. So I don't. This is just such a BS. The acolyte actress claims the world of fantasy sci-fi has felt like a safe space always for people of color. I don't know what to say. I mean, you have Star Trek, you have so many other fantasy, sci-fi, whatever movies. You have so many other people in them, and I think it's just so ridiculous. I think it's really ridiculous to even say that. Uh, so they were asked, she and other people, what's it like for all of you to watch this franchise go from A New Hope, you know, not exactly a bastion of diversity and inclusion, to working with the cast now on The Acolyte. I'm sorry, but also, if the cast wasn't diverse, they just picked the best men for the role. You don't need to have diversity and inclusion everywhere. You don't need to have 50% female and 50% male and 50% this and 50% this to have a story and to have people be entertained by that story. You know, a lot of $1 billion movies, you know, they did not have that these new standards, but people were still going to watch them. And now, where every movie has 50% this, 50% this, or actually 100% females, nobody's going to watch it because it can be good. You can write an all female movie and it can be good, but you don't, because you can't. You know, Charlie's Angels was more or less a good movie. I remember enjoying it, but it was years ago. And it was led by three women, but they were women. They were using, you know, their female advantage to their advantage, you know, to take down the bad guys. And this, the Marvels, like the complete opposite. Nothing female about them, nothing fun about them. It was so it's just stupid. So to the question, they answered, well, I think this day has been really exciting in general because you see the progress that Star Wars is making across the board in all of the streaming and all of the series. Great. She continued, I think that when it comes to the world of fantasy and sci-fi in general, it hasn't felt like a safe space. I don't even want to continue this. Huh? What safe space? What prevents you from going and watching a freaking movie? I don't get it. Um oh yeah, the Acolyte showrunner points to Star Wars George creator George Lucas as an example of the misogyny of the auteur myth. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Acolytes, Jodie Turner-Smith claims having a black lead is so groundbreaking, saying Star Wars is about a man's journey. Just, you know, go read all those things. I'm tired. Oh my god, I've been speaking for 28 minutes. It's insane. I'm gonna put timestamps. I don't want to make two videos out of this. I said what I said. I think this is gonna be ridiculous. Yeah. What? The Star Wars is a patriarchal. I think I really hate 2000s, the 2020s, whatever. It has gotten so ridiculous. Do let me know down below what you think about everything, the new Star Wars project, everything that the future holds for this Star Wars. I will see you in the next video. As always, make the force be with you.